and welcome to the Virtual Business Owners Network on Friday, the 2nd of May. I'm delighted to welcome Brian Barry, who is making a presentation this morning. Brian, if you'd like to take it away, please.
Thank you very much, Alec, and thank you everybody for being here this morning. Thank you for your time and your patience. And today, talking about urgent versus important. It's that dilemma in all of our lives. Are you moving rocks or are you merely sweeping the sand? Effective time and priority management is what we all need. Picture the scene. You're in the office and Martha is over there. She's your admin person. She's got an in tray, in old terms, that's a meter high. You know she's very feisty and she's very tight about her time and everything. And you need to ask her something. And you pop over and she gives you the eye and she says, "Does it look like I have the time for this?" But she takes it anyway. And lo and behold, 7 minutes later, she walks past you and she pops it on your desk. There's what you were looking for. And you think to yourself, how does she do that? How does she always is on time. Nothing is out of place. Everything is always there. You see, what Martha has is she's excellent at her planning and her organizing. She knows what she's going to do. She's excellent at prioritizing that plan and that organizing. And most importantly, she communicates with others. She tells everybody in her immediate circle that needs to know what's happening. So whether it's you having a family outing, planning something for tomorrow, you wake up at 9 and get everyone together and say, "Hey, we're driving off to Galway. There's a nice festival going on." And everyone says, "But Dad, I've got football practice." And Mom says, "Yeah, I'm playing tennis at 2. And, Susie says, "Dad, I've got a play date." It's all about communication. So make sure that you plan, make sure that you prioritize that plan, and make sure that you communicate it to everybody. Martha is also very flexible. She breaks up her time in smaller chunks so that when you pop something on her desk, it doesn't just throw her. She knows when she can do it. She might not be able to. She might say no, but she does it in the right way. She might say to you, "I can help you at 2 o'clock. Or I can help you on Tuesday morning because Monday is a holiday. But I need it now." "Well, I can help you at 2 o'clock. So that's her way of saying no, but when she can. She also does not try to do everything at once. Instead of trying to cram 10 things into 1 hour, effectively giving them 6 minutes each, rather do 3 or 4 things. And you can spend 15 to 20 minutes each, making sure that they're done properly, they're done right, they're done on time, and there's no comebacks. There's no going back, "Oh, I missed that part. Oh, that's skew. Oh, that's not right. That figure doesn't add up. Oh, I didn't drag the Excel spreadsheet down." You see, when you spend more time on the more important things, you can do them better. People that are effective with their time and their priority management, they are very goal focused. They set goals for themselves and they follow those goals. We all have a list of what we could do. And then you say to yourself, "Oh, but what I really should do are these things." So you start off with a list of 20 and you narrow it down to a list of 10. But what are the things that you must do? There might only be 2 or 3 things. Once you've done the must, you can go look at the should and then possibly even the could. Spend more time engaging with your client, engaging with your team, engaging with your family. But above all, stay energized. Make sure that you eat the right food and drink the right drinks and exercise enough and get enough sleep, because those things are ultimately more important. If you can't put your own mask on first, how can you help others? So these are some of the characteristics of those that are effective with time, priority, planning, and communicating. Most people live in this thing called crisis mode. They do first, and then they manage second, and then they communicate third. So they jump in, it's reactive, and then they say, "Oh God, okay, this has now happened. What do I do next?" And then, by the way, let's everyone know what's going on. And goals? What goals? What about goals? They don't have goals. The goal is just to stay alive. The goal is to make it to Friday. The goal is to... Why is it that I never get everything done? Why am I always... What type of results does this create? Does it sound familiar? Yeah? Do first. My favorite is where we can categorize life into 4 easy categories. The Eisenhower matrix. Some of you may be familiar with it. Some of you may know it as the urgent and the important. You see, here's what most people do. They wake up in the morning, and the first thing they do is, of course, they grab their phone and they look into the email or they look onto social media, and immediately something pops up and it looks urgent and it's important. Oh God, my boss sent me an email, or the client sent me an email at 8 o'clock last night. I didn't see it. So they start getting busy. They start getting busy. And then someone hands them something down here. It's not important, but it looks urgent. It looks the same as that. So I got to go do this. So let's help Joe out there. Yes. Oh, and I'm back here again. And I'm back there again. And by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they think, no, God, I just need a break. And they go sit here and they escape. They just need a bit of me time. Nothing urgent, nothing important. A coffee, and we scroll through social media. And there's one stupid TikTok video after another, which ultimately just fills up your brain. You're not relaxing. And then you wake up and you go, damn it, I need to get back to work. And you're back into the urgent again. And it's urgent, urgent, urgent. And this carries on over and over and over every single day. But what really happens here? You see, we spend no time in the not urgent and important bit. That is the proactive bit. That's the bit where I plan stuff. If I plan it properly, I can arrange it and schedule it. Yes, it'll always become urgent. My birthday party might be the 1st of June. I start planning it now, not on the 31st of May. I don't wake up on the Friday going, oh, what are we doing tomorrow? Okay, let's get a few mates together. Let's book a table. Let's do this. And lo and behold, oh no, the pub's busy. No one can make it. So-and-so is not here. Damn it. I'm having a crap birthday. Well, you didn't plan it. You weren't proactive. You were being reactive. What about this yellow block down here? How can something be urgent but not important? It's deception. It's other people's importances. It's other people's priorities. They come to you and they make it urgent. Oh, I need this now. This is important. This is for that big project. And then what do? We want to get away from it all and we try and escape. Where do you spend your time? Where do you fit in? Are you a Q1 person? Is everything always important and everything is always urgent? Well, if everything's urgent, then nothing's urgent, because if it's all the same color, well, which one do you pick first? Don't try and fool yourself by making it all category 1 A, B, C, because 1C and 1A, which one comes first? It's all the same. Let's take a bit of an analysis and a deeper look at that. You know, urgent is the necessity. It's crisis, emergency meetings. It's like a burst pipe. If you go into the bathroom and open the door and the water is spraying you straight in the face, that's urgent. That's got to be fixed. Otherwise, the whole place will drown. But if it's just the tap dripping, say, 1 drop every minute, yes, it's still important to fix, but it's not urgent for now. I can get a plumber out for later or maybe this evening. Let's go to Q3, the distraction bit. It's all those needless interruptions. It's other people's priorities, other people's irrelevant, oh, you're going to be in this meeting. Why? No, you just got to be there. What's the point? Those unimportant emails, those things you've signed up. And when you look at your inbox, you've got 35 unread emails after a meeting like this. But there's only really 3 or 4 of them that matter. Delete the rest. Take them away. What about Q4? It's okay to take a break. It's okay to scroll the odd TikTok video here and there. But make sure that you minimize that you don't spend excessive time on it, right? The real magic happens in Q2, where your extraordinary proactivity happens. Proactive work, high impact goals, planning, prevention, things like relationship building. Like Alex said earlier, networking is about relationship building. You're not here to sell or buy anything. You're here to build the relationship. The rest will come. You're here to learn. You're here to renew. That's Q2. It's not urgent, but it's important. because if I don't do it, things may end up urgent. Instead of crisis mode, try look at things like proactive mode, where we plan and we set our goals. Take some time and do this. Any businessman, any builder, anyone will tell you, you plan first, you set the goals first, and then you start building. Schedule those goals, schedule that plan, and communicate to everybody internally and externally. Then you implement, and then you review, and you follow the process. If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't work, tweak the plan, tweak the goal until you get what you want. Now imagine what result this creates. And the Good Housekeeper's Guide of Time Management says if we could rearrange those blocks a bit, we'd say less of the red, more of the green. Try and delete the yellow, and the blue is up to you. If you could rearrange it, it would possibly look something like this. Yes, I know it sounds utopia, but some days you will have a red day. Some days the whole day will be urgent and important, but you can't live there. If you've planned for it, it'll be a lot better. Spending more time in the green, planning, coaching, whether you're being coached or coaching others, preventing. I take my car for servicing when it's due. I check the tires, I check the oil, I make sure that if it's the gearbox refill, then it's at its time. I don't drive the car into the ground and then find myself next to the side of the road thinking, oh, this crap thing let me down. Yeah, well, if you didn't look after it, it's not going to look after you. Preparation, empowerment, spending one-to-one time with the right people, family, friends, business associates, clients, training and upskilling, relationship building. Those are the things that fit into, it's not urgent. Oh, I don't need to speak to Alec today. I'll ring him on Monday. Oh, Monday's a holiday. Ah, sure, look, I'll do it Tuesday. Ah, Tuesday I've got other meetings. Wednesday I'm busy. I'll get to it. Look in your calendar. Even if it's a month from now, stick it in there. Because before you know it, 6 months have gone by and you still haven't spoken to him. You see, taking control of your life is like getting a jar each day, an empty jar. And life is full of rocks, pebbles, and sand. Some people may say, hey, just chuck the sand in first and put the rocks on top. Others may do it the other way around. Let's think of those rocks as our big goals, the things that are important to us. The pebbles are my should list, that middle bit list, and the sand is everybody else's things. So if I start by fitting in the big rocks, I will make sure that they happen. You might think, but Brian, that jar is full. No, it's not. Have a look. There's a lot of white space there. Space for all the pebbles and gravel to still fit in. There's always extra time. And if you look even closer, you'll see there's still a bit of white space. And that's time for the sand. You might need to shake it up a bit, roll it around a bit, but the sand will filter in. If I plan and schedule my goals first, I will also plan time for anybody else's incidentals, for those urgencies that happen. I'll have the ability, and 9 times out of 10, it'll work. Yes, you will get the off day where it doesn't. And guess what? There's always time for a coffee, because once the sand and the pebbles and the rocks are in, there's still a gap for a bit of coffee, or maybe a pint. You see, if you do it the other way around, if you fill up the sand first, you'll soon find that there's no space for all the rocks. There's no space for your big goals, because all you're doing is running around sorting out other people's urgencies. So I ask you the question again, are you moving rocks for yourself, or are you sweeping the sand for everybody else? There's never enough time for everything in the world, but there's always enough time for the most important things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. Excellent presentation. Well done indeed.